Welcome everyone who's joining in for my first episode. I have my first guest. So this is Muhammad Shakir, and I'm bringing you the first episode today, where we're going to talk about how technologies like enterprise software solutions, you call it ERP, CRM, or BI systems, which are very critical for C-level executives. And it's a complicated systems, how it's getting implemented. Trying to get an idea about from the client's point of view. So this is what my podcast is focusing about. And it's going to help the C-level executives with insights about how to approach these projects. So I'd like to welcome you, my first guest on this podcast, Mr. Salim Desai. He's one of the distinguished figure in the world of finance. His career spanning is more than 23 years. Throughout his journey, he has held various influential positions, like he's a CFO right now, and he's also assistant vice president of finance. He has been a vice chairman on board and also board member. He is part of one of the large holding company in Kuwait, and he's with the same organization for almost 2 decades now, holding a senior position. He, along with his professional career, he also contributes a lot to the community. He's a VP for the Institute of Management Consultant, the Kuwait chapter, and is also a speaker in quite a few events hosted mainly for young children in providing mentorship for them and also giving career advice to them. So welcome you all to join this podcast. So hi Salim, how are you?
Hi, Mohammed. Thank you for having me here.
Pleasure to have you. So Salim, let me start off with, I wanted to understand how does your typical day looks like. So what do you do on your daily activities?
Yeah, Mohammed, I'm early riser,
Uh-huh.
actually. Yeah, I get up early, then prayer, then I
Right.
believe in a spiritual journey, and of course, keeping myself fit. So usually I spend early morning some hours in at least 60 to 90 minutes for the walking. Then I'm fond of heavy breakfast after that,
Uh-huh.
So that gives the energy for whole day.
That's
And
good.
of course, then office. And then after coming back from office, family, social,
Mm-hmm.
some reading, community service. So it goes on. Typical days, it goes on like that.
Pretty good. Keeping yourself busy, right?
Yeah.
Good. So the in question for the day, I would say, so as a CFO, how do you perceive the role of the technology, specifically like ERP or CRM or these BI systems, like enterprise software consulting, you call it? How does this technology help in assisting C-level executives in their
Yeah.
decision-making process?
Yeah. I mean to say the technology now is an integral part of our life. So no organization, whether it is a business, professional, or any organization, it's not spared from use of technology. In fact, we are breathing in technology, basically. If I want to exaggerate, we
Yeah,
are breathing in.
yeah,
And the technology has transformed the way in which we work, whether it is a personal life also or whether it is a business. So everything is being changed, and we are continuously trying to adapt the new
right.
technology. So we are continuously working hard to align with the new technology because it's a dynamic. It's
True.
changing day by day. So
Yeah,
what technology was yesterday, it is not
absolutely.
relevant today.
Yeah, yeah,
So there is a really great influence of technology on our personal life and of course our professional life, the businesses how we work, and
right.
continuous efforts are going on. Cat and this race that
Yeah,
we are trying
yeah,
to catch up. So I always feel that we are trying to catch up. Technology, something new comes up, and then we try to catch up that thing, and that race is going on.
correct.
And then,
Correct.
of course, because of that, we expect that it will help us every time a new technology, new tool has come. Then we expect that it will be better. It will help us to improve our business life, whatever you say, and it improves. But then again, a race goes
Yeah,
on. You know?
yeah,
So you
yeah,
cannot. So every time we are trying to align with the technology.
yeah.
So
But it definitely
so it's
helps, you mean to say. So it definitely helps the top level C-level executives to take these decisions.
for
Because
sure, for sure. I mean, what we are expecting from technology, that our decision making. See, we are doing business for earning profit, and doing business is depending on the decision making.
Correct.
Okay, decision making is based on our activity, our data, our analysis. So this all what we are. I have come long way from manual system to I can say DOS operated system
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to current modern tools on cloud
Right.
based.
Right.
So it has transformed the way in which we used to work before. Really, it's like a manual, basically manual system when we
Yeah.
introduced, and now uh, it has transformed to great extent.
Mm-hmm.
And what we are expecting, or people they are expecting from technology, that it will improve our decision making process, will give
Correct.
us for decision making process. Of course, that decision, first of all, data should be compiled in logical and orderly manner, in
Right.
timely manner. It can be extracted in the way in which we want,
Yeah.
analytical manner,
Yeah.
and now it will help us to improve our decision making process.
True.
Thereby, our work uh, will be efficient in
Correct.
our working, and of course we'll be doing great profits, and businesses will be doing great profits. Our processes will be improved,
For sure.
uh, more accurate, and I think it is technology is helping in great way.
Well, that's
The
good.
way in which we used to work, as I was explaining, now things are changing, and they
Right.
have changed a lot. And
Correct.
I think of course, there is a further always scope to
Yeah.
improve.
For sure. For sure.
You know,
Great.
yeah.
So I want to start exploring the examples in your organization. Let's say, can you provide some examples from your organization where these technologies have had a significant impact on your organization in in the decision making or in the financial performance of your organization itself? So we'd like to explore more in terms of examples.
Yeah, no problem. I have worked in various organizations
Mm-hmm.
in my. So previously we used to use only ERP. I
Mm-hmm.
have come from that. So ERP, uh, when that particular company was there, different functions they used to use different software, or
Right.
you know,
Right.
and then again coordination between this software, coordination among people was challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when this ERP system it came, it was first whenever maybe 10, 20 years back, not 10 years, maybe more than that.
Yeah.
Then it came to the single point of entry. You
Mm.
issue one invoice, your inventory is deducted, your costing is done,
Right.
your revenue is accounted, your cash is accounted, your bank, customer, everything is updated. So
Right.
everything. So at a one single point of time, not every time, every transaction you have to enter in the system. So
Right.
that is a great change and a great improvement from the ERP. Now, of course, that improves your efficiency, your accuracy. So that really helped. And recently, then, as we progress in different organizations, the now concept of CRM, customer relationship management.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually I'm from basically financial control, finance side.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I did not have much initially relation to CRM, but when I saw how it is
Mm-hmm.
integrated to call center, how
Yeah.
any customer, I didn't know, to be honest, that customer data can be analyzed in different ways.
Yeah.
When I as I
Yeah.
grew up my career, now having access or involvement in different decision making process. So
Yeah.
customer relationship management is one of the important
Correct.
tool,
It's
where
the entire
then
customer
we saw that
360
it is
degree.
not
Yeah.
coming from the ERP system. So the
Correct.
specialized system integrated with the call center. Just in our case, I'm telling
Yeah. Yeah.
you, call analysis, customer analysis, his age, his profile, a
Correct.
number of visits, his habits, and everything is today is his birthday. So to
Yeah.
that extent, marketing perspective.
Yes. Yes.
And of course, from finance perspective is so that is really helping us to understand customers' psyche, which customer, gender-wise, age-wise, area-wise, you name it, and you can do it, which
Correct.
will you think that will be helpful in promoting your business. So this is the way it is helping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another important tool what we are using is business intelligence. Now, having
Mhm.
said that, you implemented ERP, you did it CRM. Now, ultimate decision making is done by top management or
Correct.
whosoever are decision making designated decision making
Correct.
people. So for them also, I remember now in our system only, we used to give data
Mm.
and say fifth. I'm just giving you the number so that you will understand how efficiently, how the
Right.
efficiency is increased during. We used to say, okay, we'll sit on the for the management meeting to review previous month uh, information.
Mhm.
So 10th of month
Okay.
every month, for example.
Okay.
But that we used to always think that that also is a bit late because
Mm.
with technology advancement, if you
Yeah.
are expecting that I finish work on 30th or 31st and I want to sit to analyze my whole month after 10 days,
Yeah.
I'm my data is irrelevant probably, you know.
Correct. Correct.
So businesses are that dynamic now.
Yeah.
So this tool, uh, BI tool, see, ERP has improved your data capturing and from the finance reporting perspective. CRM has improved your customer data capturing. So now all these reports or information have to be gathered and put it in analytical form, the way in which management they need for the decision making. There are 100 customers. I don't need management. Probably they don't need. They need top
Yeah.
10. There are certain filters that makes the decision faster and relevant.
Correct.
So that information is available through business tools,
Mm.
business intelligence,
Correct.
and this business intelligence. We are using one famous tool, and it's based on app based. So my CEO or group board chairman, it doesn't have to come to me now.
Mm. Mm.
He,
Right. Right.
we
Correct.
close the month 30, 31st, whatever. Next day afternoon, the information is available on his
Wow.
tab or desktop, whatever. you know.
That's good. Yeah.
So, so whether we meet or not, so I always call this is the democratization of the reporting. Or
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, this is what I always say in our meeting. So
Right.
those
Correct.
who are decision-making people, as per their authority, they get the information. If my day end is done, so next day morning, my that local CEO, whosoever is their local divisional manager, director,
Right.
whosoever is there, they get the information of number of customers, number of cash, whatever information you need. I
Right.
will get. I'm a CFO. I need how much money is collected. Probably
Correct.
sales manager, he need probably from how many visit customers they attended. Quality
Yes.
control probably will come to know. They want to know about any quality issue. So this
Yeah.
all information is available uh, at the fingertip, and actually it can be real time also. But I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
giving one day this one. So
Right.
that has improved a lot. It's tremendous. The
That's
quality
good.
of reporting and analytical side of reporting,
Yeah.
availability and democratization. Because now nobody uh, picks up the phone and asks what is yesterday's revenue, how much amount is. According to their my CEO, a group
Correct.
CEO or chairman should know everything.
True. True.
So accordingly, the reports are designed and at his fingertip.
Correct.
So to that extent, we can do. And then there is one more achievement. Now, next target is that paperless office.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So that is what we are now working on. Of course, during this all this process we have achieved a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but now whatever paper is remaining, we literally want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so
Right.
only where there is a hard signature is required, or wherever. Otherwise, all processes we are digitalizing, and I hopefully within a year will eliminate 90% use of paper.
Right.
So that will be from not only from the cost perspective from the organization side, but nowadays carbon footprint and all this stuff.
Correct.
So we are trying to improve that. I think most of the organizations they are doing already. Some might have done
Yeah, yeah.
also. I'm
Most
not
of them
sure.
are focusing on the
But,
same roadmap. Yes, correct.
yeah.
Good.
So
So I see that you've come a long way with with this ERP. So I think you would be the right person to ask you this question. See, most of the ERP projects are criticized, right? They are criticized because they face challenges with the failures. So in your view, I wanted to understand what is the main reason do you think is the reason for an ERP project failure, if in case an ERP project fails? So this is something very, very important, right? You're investing in the technology, you're investing time and resources as well, and every company would want an ERP project to be a successful project, but sometimes it happens to be a failure. So in your opinion, I want to understand, what do you think, from being a customer, being a client, what is the reason behind an ERP project failure?
yeah, of course, uh, any project you implement, there are challenges. So same with ERP. So it's not that it's an easy run that you wish and you implemented and it is running successfully. No, it's
Right.
not like that. Of course, from my experience, I can say that, uh, of course, luckily, touchwood, we were not failure, but of course, there will be delays and there will be there were some issues in implementing some projects,
Right.
but we get rid of that. So from that, you know, there is always a human tendency that they resist the change.
Mm.
So
Right.
this is first and foremost, whether it is management side or maybe it is people those who are using it, they always feel that resisting. There, this is a natural. I mean, that there is a resistance to change
Yeah.
because the change is unknown. You know,
Correct. Correct.
Uh, everybody cannot foresee that what is happening and what is coming. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a resistance. Then there is a human psychology that we are biased to our existing processes,
Mm.
existing system. We think that what we are doing is right. Over
Correct.
the period, this is, I'm just giving the human psyche, how from
Correct.
where it
Correct.
is, apart from the technical and management. So
Yes.
these are the initial hurdles which have to be overcome. Then there is, of course, we are when we should be sure exactly what we want out of this. Everything under the sun we need. Usually,
Correct.
people they expect something having great expectation, and in short term, probably I need this also, I need that also.
Yeah.
My process, I'm eating like this, I should eat like this. Still, it should give the same
Yeah. Yeah.
answer, or maybe with same time, if with same efficiency, which probably unreasonable expectation, and then we are trying to implement all together. Okay, so this is one of one of the important thing. Your end objective should be clear that what I want to achieve and how we are going to achieve.
Correct.
So and most of the time, uh, this is not properly uh, envisioned or aligned. You know, so that is one of the another reason. Then uh, various ERPs in the market which are available. I don't take name,
Yeah.
but they have really wonderful uh, functionality.
Right.
Okay, but then I see that uh, people they halfway they leave it. They
Mm.
got something. If I am a finance guy, if he needs the income statement, balance sheet for some financials is done, rest he will not
I'll be bothered to look into. Yeah.
bother for that. So the potential of that ERP is not exploited or used fully.
Correct.
So not using fully also is one type of failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is these are the various issues. Then again, another issue is that as management perceives something that we want to improve, and it's a good intention, but then uh, as I said, people, they are reluctant to change. There is no participative approach, or we are using a top bottom approach.
Mm-hmm.
So we are probably coming with the idea and we are trying to implement.
Right.
Whereas in an organization, if it's a I will not say bottom up approach every time, but it's a participative approach. If it is there, it can. But that is what lacking usually.
Right. Right.
Anytime somebody's CEO or some CFO thinks that this product is the best, and he has. So that is another issue of failure.
Correct. Correct.
Of
They need to be heard. The users needs to be heard. Yes. Correct.
should be focused on the core. It's a milestone by milestone. People,
Yes.
they expect everything under the sun and everything at a one time. My project is for 1 year. I think or 6 months. I have to get everything together, and that delays, or delays or leads to failure basically.
Right. Right.
So that has to be managed. That is another reason.
Good. Good. So that's pretty good. Pretty good insights.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So those are pretty good insights which you've given, Salim, related to how we can look out for these failures in these kind of projects. And to add to that note, I would like to also ask you, like, what kind of prerequisites do you recommend an organization to prepare before they start looking at an ERP system, right? Because most of them are taking the approach of, okay, listen, I need an ERP system. Let me go out and look for an ERP system. But I'm sure that there is a prerequisite, or there's a process before that. So in your opinion, what kind of prerequisites do you recommend for organizations who are looking at implementing these ERP projects?
Yeah, this what I think that there are 3 building blocks of any ERP or digitalization journey. Okay.
Right.
So before going to selecting a vendor or something, we have this process starts within the organization. Okay. First is in the journey, one is alignment, or aligning your strategies, your processes, your resources. So this is one of the important, as I said, first block of this digitalization journey. Then you are aligning your, as I said, the processes, then technologies, people, resources, to ensure that they all support and they fall in line. Okay. How you will do that one? You will, with that alignment also, we have to do that. First, you have to check your vision. You have to align your vision with the organization objective.
Right.
As I said previously also, where you want to reach. Without your destination, you just cannot start your journey. And how you want to reach there. Okay. So this is what, everything should be aligned to those, you need to align to these objectives or journey.
Yeah.
This is after aligning, there is another is optimization. Okay. So try to do that. This processes or this functionality should be optimized so that our output, our business overall processes will be improved or to the best extent. Means whatever output results what we are expecting, that data should be in time, should be our efficiency should be increased,
Yeah.
There should be staff in a control of cost, and recently we'll say reducing carbon footprints. So
Right.
all this should be, so those objectives should be achieved, in optimized way. And while doing this, and third one is integrating,
Mm-hmm.
so the seamless integration
Yeah.
for this various processes or various functionality is another uh, building block in this journey.
Yeah.
So alignment, optimization, and integration.
Right.
This is the first thing where we start.
Right.
So this is the journey, and within that, once you have vision, then when you are aligning with your objectives, you will see that why I'm trying to do this one. I'm trying to improve my business functionality. Okay,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the first objective. Generally, it will be. So, what are your current drawbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, out of moon, you did not decide that I have to change ERP or I have to get ERP. There
Right.
must be certain incidents or certain drawbacks in your existing system processes. That's what you are trying to change it or implement, bring it new one or whatever. So, that gap analysis of
Mm-hmm.
processes, gap analysis of technology.
Absolutely.
So this has to be done and very well documented. So that,
Sure.
and within that, and this is an opportunity also. I'm just saying that you revisit your all business
Correct.
processes, so that if
Correct. Yeah.
something is to be aligned with the new technology or something has to be improved,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people they're reluctant to change. They say that this is what we are doing. So the your previous question. So
Yes.
that alignment of processes, improving, this
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
very important.
Very good.
Uh, so that is first thing anyway to.
Correct.
Yeah,
Good.
I think so.
Right. So, um, another just a continuation of this. So, in your personal experience, right, in your personal or your professional experience, where you've almost witnessed as your ERP project failure, as you mentioned before, there's not failures you come across, but there are some areas of improvement. So, I want to understand what lessons can you drawn from it? Like, what have you learned from these kind of processes, and what do you recommend that these should be the suggestions?
Yeah, personally, as I said, we did not fail, but I think the delayed implementation also is a little bit, you can say it, sort of failure,
Mm-hmm.
just to want to discredit to your performance.
Right.
So, because I know when I was a junior in that particular team or organization, we were struggling. See, now this is a management decision, and that comes with the experience and your confidence in your uh, new system, your people, your
Yeah.
processes. So that leader brings into on the table.
Correct. Correct.
So we had some old system, and then we were changing to ERP,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and like crazy we were the old style, that we should run parallel. If you should check whether it is matching or not,
Mm-hmm.
and then we jump. This is typical approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Traditionally, people they used to take.
Yeah.
Then we were literally struggling for 6 to 8 months, probably with two extra staff,
Oh.
and trying to match. But because the structure, or I don't know, I will say nomenclature or whatever, is
Mhm.
fundamentally different. What is we were always struggling to match. Then
Right.
one fine morning, I went to my boss. Actually, I said, let's finish this off.
Yeah.
I said, let's do close the old system. Already we have implemented new one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, whatever struggle we want to do, we'll do it in the new system.
Correct. Correct.
And luckily, he was also fed up. So
Mhm.
he agreed. And
Right.
then it was
Right.
done.
Right. Yeah, 8 months
Recently
sounds
also,
good. Yeah.
yeah, that's but that is a management decision. The system itself was, so of course it's, as I said, that your top management support also very important in implementation. If you
Absolutely. Absolutely.
otherwise, so that brings, that his experience and risk taking approach or confidence in whole setup
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
is very important.
Correct.
Recently, in previous company, also another company, we are implementing HRMS, human
Mm.
resources,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
we are going in cloud. There also, in maybe 5 years back, we had implemented, but it was not that successful. You know,
Right.
the objectives were not achieved, and
Mm-hmm.
there was no support from the local management because these are group of companies, so everybody has his own way of working. So sometimes a big group, this is an issue. It's a political issue. Then sometimes it becomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so after 5 6 years, we started again.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a cloud and everything. So this time we learn from the mistake. Okay,
Mm.
bring all people uh, as to improve their participation. Whatever we thought the best available in the market, we presented
Yeah.
based on the functionality and the cost and everything.
Yeah.
And then we brought all those stakeholders,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
important key stakeholders, and took their written approval.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's good.
Okay, because if it is a finance, I can force it. But if it is a different department, how
Yeah.
organizations they work. We took their approval. I'll not say approval, but their consent. Uh,
Correct. Correct.
the important is that to improve their participation in the process.
Absolutely.
It's a sense of belongingness. It's a is not forced by the management, but it is
Correct.
what we are doing it for your improvement. And if you participate and add value to that, that would be wonderful. That is the message we wanted to, and
Correct.
that worked really well. So
Mm-hmm.
then in one of the company there was some issue
Mm-hmm.
while implementation or functionality. Maybe they did not understand. Uh, so then they came. Oh, no, this is not what we. I said, this is what you selected. This is what you recommended. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's your baby. You are accountable. If you don't want to, so you find out the solution. Because these are the management typical issues. It's not only
Correct.
ERP issues. And then it was done. There was a little delay, but so this you cannot foresee all problems
Correct.
at
Correct.
the beginning.
But
So
at least, yeah, you can account for these are
yeah,
the challenges that might probably come up and trying to eliminate that
challenges,
to
yeah.
maximum extent. Yeah. Correct. Right.
But you have to
So
do your homework very well.
for sure. For
You
sure.
are a small organization and you want to use something state of art technology which is not affordable, or maybe you don't have resources, uh,
Correct. Correct.
trained resources. So this is has cascading effect, or multiplier effect. So always you have to be very careful.
True. True. Yeah. So, Salim, based on your experience, what strategies or best practices for an organization would you recommend that they should adopt, to mitigate the risk associated with these kind of enterprise software projects? And how can they increase the chances of success? I think this is something very, very important for the viewers to know that what kind of strategies, the best practices they can follow.
Yeah, I think I have explained, but I'll put it again,
Okay.
that you should have a clear vision, clear understanding where we want to go, how we want to go, what resources you have with
Yeah.
you. Okay, this is first you have to understand. And because every organization, I'm sure they have vision, mission, that I want to be great company in 5 years down the line, 10 years.
Yeah.
So in your strategy in what market you are addressing, what type of customers you are addressing. So what type of and if it is a new business, fine, but it's existing business.
Yeah.
then again that what are drawbacks, uh, inefficiencies with your systems, your processes, your organization. So this has to be first of all list down,
Yeah.
and where you want that, again aligning with your resources.
Yeah.
Your, what do you say, you can say a gap analysis. Okay,
Correct.
gap analysis of everything, gap
Correct.
analysis of processes, people, technology, everything should be done. This is the first and foremost. With start with the, then once we start, while, as I said before also, that don't expect everything, understand that everything at a one time, and so your expectation should be also uh,
Realistic and
milestone by milestone. You
correct.
know what is your core. If particular finance function is there, so what are my core activities? uh, Sometimes 80-20 rule also apply, that if you
Correct.
do 20%, you get 80%. So you have to identify in each segment what is your core. You know, if
Yeah.
in my supply chain, if my costing is done properly, if my delivery is done tracked properly, so these are in a few examples I'm just saying. So if that has to be done,
Yeah.
processes, what processes we are probably in a where we can improve. Uh, according to the modern technology, aligning with that has to be done. Then there should be milestone by milestone. As I said, that you cannot expect everything at one go.
Correct. Very,
Okay,
very
because
important.
otherwise
Yes.
you force consultant that do this also, do that also, and these guys also
Correct.
suffer to get the deadline. Then
Absolutely.
there should be accountability.
Yeah.
There should be empowered committee person, whatever you say, according to organization. This one, that when there are a conflicting interest, or when there are such hurdles, as I explained to you, someone should be there to take accountable also, and to take uh, a step forward of put the foot down, that this is the way what we want to work. you
Yeah.
know I
Yeah.
agree with the participative approach to some extent. Okay, at a lower level, but not once it comes to conflicting, uh, when it becomes a political,
Yeah.
when there are the factors which can be controlled within the organization, some are outside, which internal factors. There should be empowered committee, a person should be there, whose
Yeah.
decision will be final, who will be accountable to do that. So
Yeah.
that will
Yeah.
be
The team
another.
is, yeah, that particular committee is very, very important in kind of these
Then
kind of decision making
uh,
projects.
as I said, yeah. Then another thing is that the training, because
Mm.
people on board should be also, because there is a, sometimes if you are changing, there is a upskilling is required. So
Mm.
training is required,
Correct. Correct.
and a sense of security to people, that uh, you know, of course, uh, there will be some jobs will be I don't know this process, I don't want, but uh, so sense of security should be given to people, so that
Correct.
everybody will feel participating happily.
Right.
Any
Right.
organization is as good as its people. Whether you bring it technology, I understand,
Correct.
but ultimately we are using it, and it's for the benefit of our human being,
Correct.
ultimately to translate into
Yeah. Yeah.
organize.
Not to eliminate someone. So that is very, very
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah. So these are the
Correct.
issues there. Apart from, then also while selecting, um, that's why I said that you cannot have. You wish for the best. Probably you don't need it, and the best in the sense, best is maybe best for you.
Yeah.
But the best, what is best for you, is not necessarily for best for me.
Correct.
From my perspective, so that has also to be. But that comes with the management, like, how you proceed. Then local market, which consultant is available once you decide, you know
Yeah.
and don't expect too much of customization.
Yeah,
You
very
know,
important.
there
Yes.
we usually, I've seen many times vendor side people also, they are not that. Another issue, this is external, but people, if they have uh, good knowledge of processes plus technology,
Mm. Both combined. Yes.
then it is wonderful. Either
Correct.
you are only technical guy or only process guy, then it is
You can't bridge
difficult.
the gap.
So,
So yes.
so that is another critical issue in success. I don't know how to approach any, not your, it's your wish list, but that's what training helps.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Correct. Okay. Right. So Salim, looking ahead, yeah. So what kind of emerging trends in the ERP, CRM, or this enterprise software solutions you look at it, which you believe would be most influential for C-level executives and finance professionals in the near future? Because technology is changing, every day or every month. It's always a change. So, what do you see looking ahead for some of the emerging trends that's going to come up in the market?
Yeah, I think one of the already, uh, as I was explaining you before, that our business intelligence tools are
Yeah.
app based. Okay,
Yes.
so now I don't have to log in my laptop or my, I can access the information from anywhere and everywhere. So I think this is already emerging
Yeah.
also, but probably some people still they are catching up.
Yeah.
But many people they are already advancing to that technology. So everything is on app based.
Right.
So
Right.
app based, how it comes, it's a based on another technology, is the
Correct.
cloud based
Correct.
technology.
Correct. Cloud
So
is very, very important.
cloud is
Yes.
also important factor of now in the technology
Yeah.
development.
Yeah.
Of course, but I just add to that cloud. Everybody is going on cloud. We also gone on cloud, but
Yeah.
just being your technical.
Yeah.
Another is recently emerging is artificial intelligence,
Oh, yes.
and I think that is another disruptive technology, or already has come. Probably, I'm not aware to that extent, to be honest. But whatever we are doing, reading and this, I
Yeah.
believe that it's a very disruptive technology,
For sure.
and I think they said that other day I was reading that World Trade Organization report. Probably repetitive jobs or low skill jobs, will be eliminated.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, it looks like that because, and that is something from
Yeah. Yeah.
many
Yeah. Yeah.
people
Correct. So
worrying.
yes. So
Uh,
there are a lot of OEMs are also started exploring the AI component to bringing into the ERP
mm,
industry. So there are a lot of work that could be eliminated. A lot of
yeah,
mundane tasks or daily tasks can be automated to a large extent because AI already proven track record for
correct, correct.
doing the
So I think
lot of work automatically. So ERP is also
correct.
such technology. So
Yeah,
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 so
yeah. I
AI
think
and ERP is gonna go hand in hand in the future. Inshallah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think
I have one final question, Salim. So this is again wanted to understand from your opinion. In the market, let's say an organization who selects an ERP, right? So they have a different process. Some organizations have a separate process. Some organizations have a different process. So, in your opinion, this ERP selection process, which is followed by the ERP vendors, let's say in the market. So, do you think they're really effective, or are the customers are able to choose the right kind of a solutions with the current evaluation process? Or if you're given a chance that you want to change something, what would you probably want to change? So yeah, I just want to understand your opinion on this. How do you see this evaluation process in the market?
uh, I'll when in my opinion, okay. First of all, as I said, first internal processes that up to uh, you decide to change, why you want to change, and then
Yeah,
you come to that. Okay, what are the projects? Because I'm sure you will form a committee or team, and they will say that IT guy or finance guy or executive guy, whosoever is there,
yeah,
so they will have their own feedback or their own observations that okay, in accounting, this is ERP, this is a good software. In CRM, this is a good tool, and so on and so forth. So this is your preliminary from the internal perspective.
Right.
Now we are ready to go for the shopping. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that you will buy the best one from the available this thing, and then for ready for implementation. Okay. So now here when we go to market, then once you decide that you need X software, X tool, or so you will. Who are the vendors? Okay. Now the question. So if it is a standard one, okay, and a repeated one, things make little bit easy. That it comes with the standard functionality,
Yes.
and these are the customization, whatever in it. You know that what we are using, there was no POS, and not a good POS system was there.
Right.
So we knew from beginning that not POS is not that strong functionality. So we know that we'll use this POS and we'll integrate with this. Now, once you decide that this is a backend I need, then the front end, whether integration is easily done or not.
Right. Right.
That is another aspect from the technology. So that has to be checked with this different, because ERP usually we are using at backend.
Correct.
Okay. Front end, probably different organizations have different functionality. We have schools, we have clinics, we have trading company. So they have probably in one tool, probably you don't get all solutions.
Important.
So,
yes, correct.
Unfortunately, we have to use different. Whether personally, if I get single solution, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I think everybody will be happy. But this is not happening in the mind. Everybody has his own specialty.
Correct.
So that integration, as I said previously also, integration of technology or platform, this is another. So this all these aspect while selecting the vendor.
Yeah. Yes.
Like if we selected X tool, so that X tool is available easily or in the local market or not. First of all, local market is my condition, but not necessarily. But local vendor is available, because the local support sometimes is because I see many failures that people are coming from overseas and teams are changing because it's an extended period of implementation.
Right.
So I always prefer, not a rule, but prefer that if I get local support, to whom I can go and catch, not through call center or automated message. So these are the pre-criteria for the selection of my vendor, and of course, then it comes. Sorry, so who are the consultant? Their staff abilities, their historical projects, get some references. Okay, and ultimately, then after this, what is your budget?
Correct.
Which again, personally, I prefer to whatever improves your efficiency and quality, you should be
should be ready to spend on
generous. Not generous, I'll say, but you should be little flexible in that budget provision. So all these are issues are the selection of vendors and this one, and if it's available. And also, a few companies, they say gold certified partner or something. That also helps, because that is already being previously validated by their principals. So
correct.
So these are the things which we can consider in vendor selection and
correct. Perfect. So thank you so much, Salim. Thank you so much for joining in. It was really insightful. I happened to come across a lot of this important knowledge or information which you shared for the viewers. I believe that's going to be helpful for them in their ERP journey. So thank you so much for joining in, and appreciate your time and efforts. And I look forward to connecting you again for another session sometime soon.
I'm glad. I hope that I make some sensible contribution.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
great day.
Bye
Bye
for
bye.
now.